Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are here with Bordeaux Vineyard episode number 4. Now before we start, I do want to mention that I have been pronouncing my airport name wrong. It was Vineyard and not Vineyard, but like Vineyard kind of adds some style to it, I feel like. But anyway, it can be both, but yeah, we're gonna stick with the Vineyard. And so I'm bringing you today the airport update of May. And so we're going to kick off with a bit of news. So to start off, Air France have decided to base an extra short-haul aircraft at the airport. We were expecting long-haul aircraft, but demands were too low to base long-haul aircraft. In response to that, Air Caraïbes started operation to the airport from the French dom-toms, which are basically the territories overseas. And so they started operation there. With the A330, sorry. Then along with that, we have China Airlines, both China Airlines and Eva Air that announced in the same week that they were starting operation to the aircraft. Eva Air to Taiwan and Taipei, and China Airlines to to Shanghai, Hong Kong, and Beijing. Then to continue on, Airbus have decided to put a Airbus factory at the airport. That will be constructing horizontal stabilizers and spoilers and flaps basically for various Airbus aircraft ranging from the A220 to the A350. The Beluga XL will now start to operate the airport a couple of times per month to pick up those parts to bring in the Hamburg and various areas, or just like transport them somewhere else, like to Toulouse. I know the flight from Bordeaux to Toulouse is quite short, but anyway. And then also, finally, both Lufthansa and KLM as well in the same week announced that they would operate to the airports, KLM to Amsterdam and Groningen, and Lufthansa to Munich and Frankfurt. All rumors have been disregarded. So Wizz Air have stated that they will not operate to the airport yet, as both demands and basically challenge for passengers are not high enough at the airport. As I said also earlier, Air France have disregarded the fact that they would base long-haul aircraft. They said that for now demands are too low, but we could see them operate later on in the year, or maybe in the following years. And EasyJet also have said that they will not operate extra flights. So we are sticking with the A321neo operating to Gatwick and various other destinations in the holiday islands and holiday destinations in general, and to the UK. So with that said, we're going to jump into the airport update. To start off the airport, we have in front of you one of the newest aircraft operating at this airport. We have the Air France A320-200. He actually arrived earlier today, like 45 minutes ago, from Rome. And so the last pieces of baggage, catering, and the last passengers are coming onto the aircraft, and he will then head out to Dublin. And then next along the line, we have this KLM Boeing 737-700. As you can see, he is pushing back, and he will be heading out to Groningen, and he arrived about an hour ago from Amsterdam. And then continuing on the new aircraft/airline operating at the airport, we have this Lufthansa CRJ-900. And he's actually on the very first flight to the airport. So as you can see, he is getting the water salute. Before I go any further, I just want to say that I don't have any fire engines, in 1:400 scale, and I only have one, which is in 1:500 scale. So I use this passenger bus right here to act as a fire truck. But I will be looking to get some fire trucks later on. So as you can see, he is getting the water salute to welcome Lufthansa at the airport. All new airlines have had it as well. So the KLM that you just saw has had it. He started operation a couple of days back. And yeah, and so he just arrived in from Frankfurt. And then right here, just lining up, just actually holding short, sorry, and waiting for an aircraft to land, we have this Ryanair Boeing 737-800. He arrived in earlier today from Stansted, and he will be heading back out to Stansted. And then to finish off with the terminal, right here in front of you, we do have this China Airlines A350-900. As you can see, he is getting heavily serviced because he is actually running a bit late, which isn't really good because China Airlines only started operation about a week ago, and seeing them already run late isn't a good sign. But hopefully it won't matter a lot. So as you can see, the ground crew is working very hard to get the aircraft out on time. At this pace, he would be leaving in 30 minutes, and he is supposed to depart in 25 minutes. So the ground crew have got to make up 5 minutes in order for it to depart on time and to not lose its slot upon arrival. But he will be heading out to Hong Kong. And then right here we do have this Air France A220-300. So I do want to apologize for the terrible lighting. I just don't have any other ways to light up my the aircraft. Sorry. But yeah, so as you can see, he is on short final. He is arriving in from Paris Charles de Gaulle, and he will be heading out later on today in about an hour, maybe an hour and 5 minutes, to Lyon, which is a city in France. And then right here we have this Emirates A380. He is taxiing to the runway and he will be heading out to Dubai. And he obviously arrived earlier today, about 5 hours ago, from Dubai. Here we have one of the newest arrivals at the airport that started operation at the same time as China Airlines, so about a week ago, sorry. We do have this EVA Air Boeing 777-300ER. He is entering its gates from a flight from Taipei in Taiwan, and he will be heading back out to Taipei in about 4 hours. And then behind the EVA Air, we do have these two aircraft. In the front, we have the Norwegian Boeing 737 MAX 8. He just finished its pushback. As you can see, we have the tug on the left side of your screen. And he will be heading out to Stockholm today, and he arrived earlier from Oslo. And behind him, we have this Qatar Boeing 787-9. Same, he just pushed back from its gates. And he will be heading out to Doha. And then next to that, we do have another lineup. So in the middle of your screen right here, we do have this EasyJet A321neo in the Neo livery. He is on the London Gatwick rotation today. So 2 flights going to London, actually 3 flights to London today. Usually there's about 1 or 2 barely. But yeah, Ryanair today are operating the Stansted route, EasyJet the Gatwick route, and we have British Airways at some parts in the day that are operating the Heathrow route. So yeah, London is probably one of the highest demands to this airport. I don't really know why, but it's really highly demanded. And we just might see extra airlines operating to London in order to get basically to fight other airlines for passengers, because it's such a high demand route. So we might see TUI operate there, maybe, and maybe also Jet2, but that is just a maybe. We're still not sure, but yeah, it's just a very highly popular route. So yeah, so this EasyJet is heading out to Gatwick, and then to the top of your screen we have this TUI Boeing 737-800. He arrived in from Gran Canaria, and he will be heading out to Manchester today. And then continuing down the line, sorry, we have this absolutely giganormous Airbus Beluga XL. So he is just stationed here for now. He arrived earlier today, and he should be picking up the parts later tonight, and then going up to Hamburg to drop them off. So I know aircraft are built in Toulouse, but basically all parts from here will be sent to Hamburg, and then along with other parts from like other smaller parts from around the EU, they'll all be shipped into one big plane, or maybe multiple big planes, like multiple belugas, down to Toulouse to then be fixed onto an aircraft, and then this aircraft will fly back up to Toulouse, back up to Hamburg, sorry. Now I know it's not really realistic, and I do have to agree, I don't really know much about how Airbus works, but I am trying my best to make up a storyline for you guys. So yeah, so he will be heading out to Hamburg, dropping off these pieces, and then probably waiting at Hamburg to then pick up even more pieces to bring them down to Toulouse. But for now, as I said, he is just stationary here, waiting for the pickup. And then last but certainly not least, we have probably one of my favorite aircraft in my collection currently. It is the Air Caraïbes A330-300. Absolutely beautiful aircraft. I love the blue and the way that it kind of fades from the front, from a baby blue color to the back, which is more of a darker blue. And so he arrived in from Fort-de-France in Martinique, which is one of the French territories overseas. And yeah, an absolutely beautiful model. And so he will be taking the gate that the Qatar is currently pushing. It has actually pushed back from, but he has to wait for both the Norwegian and Qatar to taxi before he can take that spot. So yeah. And that does conclude this airport update of Bordeaux Vineyard International Airport. I really hope you enjoyed it. Just as a heads up for the future videos in general, and Bordeaux Vineyard Airport updates. So I will be posting for the next probably 2 months. Sorry, a video every Sunday. I will try my best. There might be some days where I can't because I'm studying or whatever, because I do have pretty important exams coming up. Also, I am going on holiday in August, so there might not be an airport update, but I'll try my best. I might pre-record it in July, start of July, and then post it in August, but that is unsure yet. But except for that, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it and want to see more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. It would really help me out and just make me happy in general. And I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.